Hello, this is Yahweasel, and I haven't given Mallow a chance to stop chewing.
And Mallow, let's play.
Human resource machine. I said I'm ready, he said I'm not, and then I started the episode because I'm a bad person.
Because he's a bad person. I'm gonna let you read this guy.
Okay. Are you sure you're supposed to be here? This is a very difficult assignment. I have no idea how to do it either. For each thing in the inbox, send its prime factors to the outbox in order from smallest to largest. Ooh, smallest to largest. Oh wait, no, that's what Erasmus Sieve gives you anyway. It's fine.
See, the thing is, I have done this code before, but I don't even remember one iota of how it works.
I mean,
I think so the key is that
writing
I need to check numbers
sieve
up to the square root of n. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but that's sort of...
But there's no real easy way to do that in here.
Well, you don't need to care about the square root of n. You need to check numbers up until whatever. It doesn't really matter what... Because you're going to get to the point where you've removed all factors, and at that point it doesn't matter anymore.
That's true. Okay, so basically what I need to do is just bump up the jam.
We're idiots.
That's right.
Oh man, I might, because it's been a long time since I've done Erasmus Civ. I might just look it up on Wikipedia and just remember precisely what the algorithm is myself.
I'm not going to. So basically, I'm just going to bump up this, in my head, I want to bump this number up. But the problem is, I want to bump it up by primes, not by... Okay.
Now, if only I remembered how to spell Erasmus. Because it's not Erasmus, that's a different person.
It's not Eratosthenes, right?
Is it?
Maybe. He's the one who also did the circumference of the Earth using...
I'm going to look up prime number and count on Wikipedia to link from prime number.
Yes. Just Control F on that page for Civ.
Yes. I mean, that doesn't work very well on Wikipedia on mobile because of the way that it, hides.
Yes.
Analytic properties? No, that's more like Euclid's theorem and such. One of us should be saying words at this point.
Well, that's you. You're saying words.
But I'm reading Wikipedia!
And I'm thinking... So so let me explain what I'm thinking then. The issue is that I need prime factors. And the issue with that is that I need to only count the factors that are prime. So, for example, if I just bump this... So if I copy this 0 to somewhere to say this is my divisor and start bumping it up. If I start with a 1, well, 1 doesn't help. If I start with a 2, that's the thing. So I'm going to need to start with a 2. If I bump it up to 3, that's fine. But as soon as I bump it up to 4, then I'm wasting time because I've already removed all the 2s. Maybe that's not a problem. Yeah.
Oh, and just to clarify, the Civ of Eratosthenes just
tests whether
it's prime. Then you have to use that to actually do the factorization.
Yeah. So actually, I may not do that. I may not use Eratosthenes Civ. What I may do is just ignore the fact that I'm going to be using non-primes, or that I'm going to be counting through non-primes, and maybe just divide every number basically until I get down to 1.
Right, because if it's not prime, you will have already divided away its factors anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. If I'm counting up. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do.
Which it has a similar flavor to Eratosthenes Civ.
So that's my divisor.
Divisand.
The thing is, the 0... I don't think I'm ever going to need a 0. I think I need to start with a 2. but I do need to check if a value is 1.
Yeah, and I guess they're not going to give you 0 because there's not even a consistent definition of the prime factors of 0 or negative numbers for that matter.
Or 1. I hope they don't give me 1 because
I guess
1 is going to be my
there is division about whether 1 is prime.
Yeah. So if I take so if I subtract 2 from 1, that'll work. So actually what I want is a 2. So what I'm thinking is when I get to 1, what I can do to check is I can take the value, whatever the value is, which I'm going to put here for no particular reason. This is the, I'll call this the remainder, even though it's not a remainder.
I'll call this just by some noun.
This is the value that's left after dividing, okay? And what do you call that?
The result.
The dividend.
Okay. No, wait, because it's...
That's not right.
No, dividend is... it's the result. It's just the... It's the result of division.
What I want... My end check I want to be is... When this is 1, I want that to be the end. And I'm not going to output the 1, obviously. So what I'm going to do is take this result and subtract the 2 and check if that's negative. So the fact that this is going to be 2 is actually perfect. So this is the only ugly step, I think. Well, there's going to be a lot of ugly steps.
This is the ugliest step.
Yes, because I'm taking this nice 0 that they gave me and ruining it by turning it into a 2. Okay, so then what I want to do is copy from the 2 to the divisor.
Apparently, division is the most mentally difficult of the 4 basic operations of arithmetic. I was just checking whether there is an actual...
Like, how is there a link to, like,
The quotient.
Quotient, yes.
Yeah, it's the quotient. The result is the quotient. Yeah, that's such a word no one ever uses.
Indeed. All right, so there's my quotient. So the only other value that I need is, I think I need a temporary storage value for dividing. And so this is where I can just copy that dividing code now, right? Let's go copy the dividing code.
One way or another, you're going to ask... division is the fundamental operation you're doing, so there's...
Yep.
It's a little bit weird, because the thing you actually care about... No, I guess you care about both. You care because you need the result to continue dividing it.
And this is actually going to copy over, I think, the quotient value here, but that's fine. I can move that.
Yeah, it can all be twiddle to boot.
Let's paste it here. It clears everything.
Oh, that's annoying.
Well, that's fine. I can just... This is 4 steps. I can...
Yeah, but it's 4 steps and drawing 3 names.
All right. So I actually do need the 0 anyway, right? So that's good that I didn't remove that. I need the 0 for the dividing, right?
Yeah. It's part of the division algorithm because you're counting ultimately.
So let's call this 0. But I also want a 2. I just do. Okay, that's fine. This can be a 2.
Oh god, apparently some people draw division with a backslash. No, that's Satan's work. You can't draw division with a backslash.
With a backslash? No, that's supposed to be for at least... Well, I think with linear algebra, how is it? Because one of them is solving... like, if you have A, I think backslash B, then you are... Oh, I don't remember anymore.
Well, is it... Because I know... Because certainly there's the cross product and the dot product. Is there an opposite... Like, do they each have their own...
Yeah, I think that might be what it is.
Obviously, this page was just suggesting it arithmetically, which is, like, no, you can't use a backslash arithmetically.
Yeah.
Although you can use both a cross and a dot for arithmetically for multiplication. So I guess if we're allowing matrix math to leak in that direction.
Okay. Divisor, actually, I already have a place for this, so that's fine. And then count is the number. Okay, so that's fine. And remainder. But the only other thing is I do need a place to store something, because I do need to divide, but then I need to not worry about any of that dividing if the end result, the remainder, isn't 0, basically, right?
Yes.
If it goes negative.
because you need to sorry, you need to store the high DNH, you need to store the
that doesn't show up on my videos, by the way.
Oh, so. Yeah. In the previous videos I was saying that, and then they didn't show up on the
exactly.
videos. Woo! Yes, you need to store the just the input, the dividend, because you might just need to reuse the dividend again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because either you're going to bump up the
is it
divisor,
the dividend or the quotient? Well, I guess it's both.
Because so if the remainder is 0, then you use the quotient. You send it to the output, or no, sorry, you send the divisor to the output and use the quotient as your new dividend. If the remainder is non-zero, then you increment the divisor and take your old dividend as the new dividend. So you need to keep the old dividend around.
Okay, so got all that.
Was that clear? Everybody understand?
All right, now I have to figure out how to implement this. Okay, so copy from 0 to count. All this is fine, but what I need, I need to put something in the divisor in the first place. So let's start by copying from the 2 to the divisor. That's my first step. And then everything else should be fine for now. Okay, so what I need to do then is subtract. Okay, so if it's negative, then I actually don't want to do... Okay. Oh, wait a second.
Backslash division in matrix multiplication is because matrix multiplication isn't commutative. So if you want to do it in the opposite order, then you use backslash to indicate that it's the opposite division.
Right, okay. Okay, so as I was saying... but okay, so I need a place to store... Oh, that's what you were saying, I think. Well, no.
Welcome to video games.
No, this is fine. I just need to get rid of this. There we go. And then I have this ugly situation again. Remember this? Copy to remainder, copy from remainder.
Let's not overthink that just yet, huh?
Okay. Let's not overthink that just yet. All right.
I mean, in this case, we don't even particularly we're not outputting the remainder. We're just checking it. So it's
yeah. Okay. So, but the thing is, here in this code that I already have, I'm already checking if it's negative.
Right.
Why am I checking if it's negative and not 0?
Because if it's 0,
then I still want to bump it up. Okay.
Right, because it did successfully do one more of the
but that means that I can save a step, I think.
But just don't.
Just don't worry about that.
Don't. Not yet. Jesus Christ, man.
But I want to. But the problem is now I'm going to have to do another check. Like immediately after checking if it's negative, I'm going to have to check if it's 0. And that's ugly. But I'm going to have to do that anyway.
I mean, you have to check if it's 0 because we have to know whether it's 0 or not.
So if it's 0...
I mean, it's never going to be... The jump if negative... It's not going to be 0 right then. Because it's definitely negative right then.
Yeah. Okay. If it's 0... Okay, I still did want to bump up the count. Bump it up. I mean, what was that sound?
Just... Never mind, we're just going to move... I believe that it's doable from here. It's just not quite what I had in mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna, as I was saying, I'm gonna try jumping from 0. I'm thinking through this, okay, little bit by little bit.
So bear in mind that at that point you don't have remainder in your hand.
I bumped up the count, bumped it up, but I do need to bump up the count, bump it up.
Yes.
Okay, so I bumped up the count. I don't have remainder in my hand. You're right. I need to check if the remainder is 0. I'm just thinking like...
It's just not the place to do it. Just
I
don't
know,
do it
I see
there.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it's 0 divided by something anyway, which it shouldn't be,
Yes.
but, you know, it's...
But I still do want to bump up the count.
No, not at that point, because it's already gotten to 0.
Oh,
before
right.
You've subbed the divisor.
No. I do still want to, though.
Not
because...
before you've subbed the divisor.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
If the remainder is 0 and you haven't subtracted the divisor yet, then it's 0 divided by something.
Okay. Which is what? I don't understand. Okay, so if it's 0, then I actually do want to count this as one of the factors, right?
Yep.
So I want to output the divisor. And I actually need to copy from the divisor.
I started saying no there because you were outputting the remainder, which is definitely 0. But then you said I want to output the divisor, so I was like, yes. Yes. Something's going to change, I guess.
Yes, but if it's negative, then we have a different problem.
If it's
so
negative, then we
code.
have a different problem. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, spaghetti code was an inevitability.
Okay, so if it's negative, then what we actually want to do is bump up the divisor. Okay, but I still need to do something with the quotient here. Okay, so in that case, in the case that it was 0, what I want to do is change the quotient. So now the quotient needs to be what was the count, I think. So
wait. The quotient should be the result.
Yeah. Which I think is the count.
But if this was a factor, then you want to keep the old the result because yes, fine, yes, good, yes. If it's not, it's so confusing.
Yes. If it's, I still need to jump in here, I think, and go back up to. Wait, where do I need to go back? No, I need to go back up to somewhere. So I've just bumped up the divisor. No, I do need to go back up to here. But here, in this case, I actually want to go back up to here, I think.
Why is every number it's given us prime? No, 4 isn't prime. I'm an idiot.
No, it was. The first section it was. But when I reloaded this, it's not. Okay. So let me make sure I'm jumping correctly now.
4 is a prime number, right?
After this... No, not yet. But I do need to get there once the quotient is 1. So that's the one thing I haven't checked yet. So actually,
you don't want to be jumping before getting from the inbox yet, because you have to output multiple things for each thing from the inbox. Yeah. So that's
so let me actually I've
given up on all not helping here.
Well, no, that's fine. Like we're on the same page as the thing.
Yeah, we're deep into this program. Yes. Deep into this game.
So actually, what I think I want to do is start out. Okay, so first of all, I need something in the quotient to begin with, right? So I haven't done that yet. This should be copying to the quotient, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't see your cursor, so
Sorry. That should be copying to the quotient, and then here, I also need to move that, copy that over to the remainder. I still can't see your cursor. Well, no, I can't see myself. So here, after this, I do want to move something to the remainder. Yeah. So, and actually, I won't need this copy from here, because if I copy from the quotient to the remainder here, is that where I want to do that?
I mean, it's in the remainder until it's that's your remainder is also your dividend.
And let me make sure that okay. So this jump here is the one that I'm looking at right now. So after I've subtracted, I've copied to the remainder. So I actually don't want to do that here. I want to do that here. Right?
I should mention, by the way, that count and quotient are being confused right now.
Are they?
Yeah, count is your quotient. Because you're bumping up count.
Yeah. No, count is my quotient in progress. Quotient is my stored quotient in case, in case it's not actually.
Oh, right. And your stored quotient is also your dividend.
Yes.
So, that's an extraordinarily confusing... Genuinely, X would be a less confusing name for that than quotient. It is your X in the sense that it is the last thing. It's your ex-boyfriend, okay.
Alright, so I think this is okay. So now the only thing I need to do...
keep coming back to...
A+. Okay.
Relationships.
Okay. So I need to check if my ex-boyfriend is 1. That's the one thing I haven't done yet.
That's a crime.
If I have one ex-boyfriend.
Oh, it's ex-boyfriend count, okay.
Yes. If I have one ex-boyfriend, or if he's 1 year, I hope he's not 1 year old.
Well, maybe he's growing backwards through time. But,
okay,
if it's a count, then the count goes down, which is even stranger.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, this. Yeah. That's true. Okay, so ex-boyfriend. Yeah, over time. Okay.
I'm assuming it's just a quality score.
Well, no, because it's like Scott Pilgrim. You're getting rid of them one by one.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm murdering ex-boyfriends until they're down to 1.
I was gonna put it as a quality score.
Okay.
The first round of dating, you think he's pretty great, and then you break up, and he gets a little bit worse in your opinion, but then nobody's. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so subtract 2 from ex-boyfriend and jump of negative.
That is a very strange way of checking if it's 1 or 0. That does indeed work.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier, but the one problem with this is my inbox is in the wrong spot now.
Your inbox is definitely... Well, something's in the wrong spot.
Okay, I think I know what I can do here. Okay. Inbox can go here. I need to copy that to ex-boyfriend. Well, I can subtract the 2 first.
No. I mean, you still have to divide it, and if it was 2, 0 is not now gonna divide. I guess, 0 does divide by 2, but...
No. So what I'm saying is, just immediately, if it's a 1, basically, I want to start over again.
Right, yeah, but what I'm saying is that if it's, say, 4, and you immediately subtract 2 from it, then now you're going to be working with 2, which only has 1 2 factor rather than 2 2 factors.
Right. I can add the 2 back, but that's stupid. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So, copy 2. Yeah, that's a good point. That's an obvious point, but that's a good point. Okay, so I can copy to ex-boyfriend.
It's one of those points that's so great it should be obvious.
Yeah. Okay, so now that should be... Okay, so now what I want to do down here is fix this section down here. So, I don't need this one anymore. I still need these 2 deals. copy from 0. Yeah, that's fine too, actually. But what I do need is I need to get something into the remainder section. Okay, so that's fine. So if I copy 2...
Man, I'm glad this has a debugger or a single step
execution,
because
exactly.
I don't know what's wrong, but something is definitely going to be wrong.
Well, I already know something's wrong here because I've already subtracted the 2 now. So...
I meant, in a broader,
yeah.
like something wrong with the logic.
Yeah. Okay, so that will work, technically speaking. At least this section here. This is weird.
So I believe one of your jump backs you want to be before copy to ex-boyfriend, and then...
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Such great variable names. Rem for remainder, divisor, count, ex-boyfriend, 2 and 0. Logic.
There's something wrong here. Something horribly, horribly wrong here.
I mean, the fact that you're copying to both count and rem is definitely wrong. You took out the copy from before the rem, but you didn't put anything back.
I took out the copy from before the rem. Yeah.
Because it was inbox before rem.
But
sorry, it wasn't copy from. It was inbox, but now you're just copying garbage to rem. You're copying 0 to rem.
Oh, wait, copying 2 doesn't mean I keep it in my hand?
No, I'm talking about 13 and 14.
Yes, correct.
Like, whatever is going on at 13 and 14 is clearly garbage.
Yes.
Well, that's made it much worse.
Yes. What am I doing down here now?
I really don't know.
Copy. What do I want here? I'm so mixed up on where I am now. Okay, so here the whole point of this is... Well, no, because this is to reset the dividing.
Your count should be 0, but remember is your dividend, count is your quotient.
So that should be coming from my ex-boyfriend, I think, right?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure what that's doing in the general case anymore. So, but yes, I mean, it is both the quotient. So long as you overwrite it when you're not using it as the dividend anymore. Yes.
Yes. I'm just going to test this out. It's not going to work, but I'm going to test it out.
I mean, the alternative name for that, we could combine the words dividend and quotient into, like, DIQUE, and just call that good.
I'm not going to... I was about to pronounce that out loud.
I mean, that was a particularly terrible joke because quotient doesn't even start with QUE.
Indeed it doesn't.
Okay. I mean, should have output that 2 at some point, but we didn't.
But I'm thinking, well, the 2 is still down. No, yeah. So now our divisor's up to 4, which is a problem.
Yep.
I'm gonna replay this just to get a low number in here again. There we go, 6. That's low enough. A value with 2 as a factor.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that I noticed that I no longer... one thing that I noticed early on is that I'm immediately copying from the 2 after when I'm still holding the 2 here. But I may still have to do that.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that you can... Well, and besides, I mean, the premature optimization is the root of all evil. It's not... Let's not deal with that.
Make it work first.
Yes.
Okay. So the problem is it's not working.
Yep. This is going to be an extra long episode.
Yeah, well, we could cut it here because it might take me another 15 minutes to solve
That's
this.
fine. That's fine. With other series, I like to fast forward or something, but I'm not really sure how to fast forward here because it's like entirely a thought process. There's no, it's not like, oh, I'm just grinding or I'm just, repeating the same section or backtracking or something. It's all thought.
Indeed.
It is a cerebral game. And besides, we can, talk about things like boiling fish eggs and...
the important things.
The important things, yes.
All right, well, then we'll go ahead and end the episode here.
I was just saying it's just going to be a very long episode.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to have less than one succeeded
Fair enough.
level per episode. I'm willing to have ridiculously long episodes. I'm not willing to have... an episode in which we don't even beat a level.
Fair enough. All right, so what I need to do is figure out why it's giving me an error. So let me start this over again and then actually go step-by-step debugging. So let me speed this up until it passes the 2.
Holy heck!
What?
Roe isn't even specific to fish, the term roe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's shrimp roe, scallop roe, sea urchin roe.
Oh, but the problem is I can do this. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I did know about sea urchin roe, but I thought that was just, a technicality because...
Like one particular kind of thing that they, oh, by the way, we're...
Because it's sort of, people think of it, oh, it's like a fish, right? Yeah.
But nobody thinks of a shrimp as a fish. I guess it's just any seafood.
So remainder never went down to 0.
Subdivisor.
Oh,
you never stored it again? You didn't store it again, universal. Oh, no, you did.
No, I know what the problem is.
Oh, you stored it again, but you didn't copy it back again, which is, well, yeah, you know what the problem is. I'm not quite seeing it.
Maybe I don't. So. I actually don't quite see it. At first, I thought it was because there are 2 factors of 2 in here, but that shouldn't...
No.
Oh, that is going to be a problem later, though.
Well,
I need to.
That's why you only bump up the divisor. If it had a remainder.
Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't bump up the divisor if it doesn't have a remainder, which is fine and good.
Yeah. But what's going wrong here? Okay, so why is remainder? Okay, so remainder starts at 4. That's right.
Remainder.
Yes. Oh, because I didn't store it. No. What am I doing here?
So you didn't get it back again after bumping up the count.
Yeah. Okay, so bump up the count.
And then get it back again, because you still need the remainder to sub the divisor from. You're just subtracting the divisor from, like, nonsense at this point.
I'm... Okay. I'm so lost in my code right now.
So line 19.
Yes.
Remember, rem is just to preserve the remainder momentarily across that call. Yes. But then you're not loading it again after the bump, so you have the bumped count in your hand instead of the remainder, which is nonsense. It's irrelevant.
Right. So I need a copy from the remainder.
Who knows what it'll cause? Nothing good.
Yes.
And now there's definitely some like copy 2 remainders and such that don't really need to be there. But
yeah, I'm gonna worry about that later.
Premature.
Let me see if this even does anything still, because I still am skeptical that this is gonna do anything. But we'll see. Okay, so we start with that. That's fine.
This is fun.
Yeah, I'm just watching it slowly, more slowly than I need to. But okay, so now it's 0. Take the 2.
Okay, we got the 2 factor.
And the 10 is in there. That's good. Okay, so we're checking the 2 again also. That's also good.
Yep, everything is looking good so far. And we should, of course, get another 2 factor here and put the 5 count into there.
Yep.
And then this should not get another 2 factor, of course.
And then it should go through 3, should not get 3. Then it will go through 4, even though that's unnecessary. It should not get 4. Then it'll go to 5, and then that's when it should stop, because it'll discover that there's a 1 in the ex-boyfriend.
So I suspect that if you actually did the sieve, then that would be
Yeah,
fewer
Save
steps.
steps,
That would be the way
exactly.
to get fewer steps. I don't know. I mean, both are pretty expensive operations to do. Anyway, I think this works. I think you've got a working program
it does
now.
too.
I'm slightly suspicious that they're going to say it doesn't work with all programs because one or something. But
But it does work with one. I made sure that it works with one.
Does it output one? Does it? What is it?
No, it doesn't output anything. But okay, so yeah, it depends on.
Yeah, it depends on. That's all I mean. Is like they might have some. Who knows which definition they're gonna go with, given the last. Make sure you print out those extra zeros.
Well, it works.
Yay! Hey,
What?
look at that! Bravo! Whoop!
I'll take it.
I was unconvinced the size
There
challenge.
probably is a way to reduce that further, but I don't even care.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just don't care.
that was a long episode, but it wasn't ridiculously long. Next time,
Hooray. Next time.
everything else will be easier from here on in, right? Thanks
Well,
for
it
watching.
will be actually, yeah.
Cheers from Yahweasel.
And have a great day.